Hello, I'm Bob from Bob's Workshop. If you've been watching my channel, you know that I am fairly budget conscious. I use found items whenever I can to keep costs down. Today, I combined two things that I found while walking my dog. And I think it's going to add some color and some character to my Lionel O-scale layout in my basement. So here is what I've been working on lately. I hope you like it. This plant, with the pinkish purple blooms, is known as SPIREA. I've never seen one during the summer, but in the fall of 2025, they looked like this. And I realized that a branch or two or three could work pretty well as a scale-sized tree for my Lionel O-scale layout. Hopefully, the spray Mod Podge will keep the dried blooms attached for a while. It mostly has so far, but a few still have gotten knocked off. But if handled gently or left alone completely after painting, well, it makes a reasonably good tree. Before I knew it, I had made a fair number of these, and I really like the color that it brings to my scenery. I tend to have a lot of grays and browns, so the green is a welcomed contrast. The model trees can be attached or planted permanently in certain areas of my layout, but there are some spaces where the planning has yet to be finalized. Our dog Millie was the one who first pointed out the SPIREA bushes on one of our walks, so it kind of makes sense that she also inspired me for today's project. This piece of insulation is part of a group that I also found while walking Millie. She has been a really nice addition to our home, and the pink foam has been very useful for projects on my train table. The branches of my model trees make them a little top-heavy. I don't want the base to be huge, so I decided to add the weight of a large nut inside the foam. Wood glue or hot glue both work well on the foam, but I would like this upper surface to sit flush against the bottom, so the carpenter's wood glue makes better sense here. It takes longer to dry or set up, but it isn't as thick as the hot glue. XPS foam isn't exactly strong or sturdy on its own, but it is easy to cut, carve, and shape. I want the base's corners to look like concrete or possibly a dirty limestone. A knife creates a space that can then be opened up with a pencil. I removed the bristles of an old paintbrush and then used it to create a cobblestone street around my Hofbrauhaus restaurant. And I'm going to use it again here to give the appearance of stacked stone between the ends or corners of each base. The foam is pretty soft, and it doesn't take much pressure to stamp a roughly circular shape into the sides. A pencil helps to give a little more definition by making the gaps deeper around each stone. I wish that I could get some sponsorship money from Mod Podge. I've been using it a lot since I started building with foam core, mat board, and XPS foam. This 16-ounce bottle has lasted through half a dozen projects at least. It's a great sealer before painting. It's kind of like a glue also. And it even adds some strength and durability to anything made of foam or cardboard. I put down an undiluted layer before sprinkling the turf, but I'll mix in some water before I brush on even more. What I end up with will be a grassy looking area that's hard as a rock, a surface that will lend itself to dry brushing and not leave little pieces of turf when the tree gets moved around. A wash of burnt umber will help make this look less like something from a Department 56 Christmas display. I have nothing at all against ceramic buildings used on layouts. They were on mine for more than 15 years. But for the time being, I'm taking the appearance of my layout in a more European and hopefully more realistic looking direction. And yes, I realize that this tree came from a Christmas pack that's often used with ceramic buildings, but I had one base left. So why not put the two together? I'm not really sure where I'll be using these trees on my layout, and that's kind of the whole point with putting them in planters. They could be used on sidewalks or next to various buildings, and I'm also able to move them over to my work area for a photo shoot if I'm reviewing a new die-cast car or truck. Plus, I still have plenty of other SPIREA trees if I do want to have a specimen permanently planted in a landscape scene. So thanks for watching, and until next time, this has been Bob's Workshop. Take care.